Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. A few weeks ago, a boy that slid into my DMs flew 9,000 miles from Singapore to California just to see me. That's insane. And today, I'm telling the full story. But before we get into the crazy details, let's take it from the top. 3 months ago, I had just created my new gay Instagram account where I started posting tasteful portraits and a few shirtless pics. I was working hard to build a following, so I dedicated some time every day to like and comment on posts of potential followers. A 24-year-old boy, let's call him Kang, found my account through his explore page and liked a few photos. Seeing that he didn't follow me, I went to his page, liked some photos, and commented on one of them saying, "Nice shades there," followed by a sunglasses face emoji. Soon, he was in my DMs, and since I was just growing my account, I eagerly engaged in chatting him up. He seemed to have a bubbly personality, decorating his messages with emojis, hee-hees, and cutesy whiny interjections. He and his friends would get VIP tables at nightclubs every weekend and book expensive hotels, so it seemed like he came from money and was just enjoying life's luxuries. It was an interesting lifestyle, and we kept chatting, but soon he was calling me things like my love. That kinda scared me, and I didn't want anyone's feelings to get hurt, so I had to quickly tell him that I wasn't looking for anything serious. He was okay with that, and he continued chatting with me and calling me his love. Yikes. Fishy as it already was, I just assumed we'd never meet. He lived in Singapore with his family, and I was living with mine in California. But one day, he mentioned that he had an uncle and cousins who lived an hour's drive from me, asking if we could hang out if he was ever in town. That didn't sound too bad. Maybe a quick lunch or dinner while he was visiting his family. So I said sure. But boy, did I agree too quickly. A few days later, he said he was going to visit me for a whole week before he went to college in Canada, asking if he could stay at my place because one of his cousins wasn't vaccinated yet? What? I tried to gently talk him out of it, saying that I wouldn't be able to host him, and expressing doubt that he would want to spend that much time with someone he's never met. But he said he just had a feeling that I could be trusted and wanted to visit me. Come on. The next day, he sent me a screenshot of a neighborhood on Google Maps, asking if I lived near that area because that's where he was looking to book an Airbnb. My jaw dropped. It was literally the block I lived on. There wasn't any point in lying, so I just said yes, and he ended up booking an Airbnb that was a 2-minute walk from my house. Insane. Well, what else could I do at this point? He went through all the trouble of booking a flight and lodging just to see me. He made it way too convenient for me to complain, and he kept talking about how excited he was to see me. We video chatted after he booked everything, and after our call, I said that he could cancel if he had second thoughts, trying to give him an easy out after seeing me on video. But he said that the call only made him want to see me in person even more. Oh no. Well, I at least confirmed his identity myself, and he seemed genuine, so I cleared my schedule to take him around. His cousin picked him up from the airport, and we made plans to get brunch the next day. When I went to pick him up, literally a 15-second drive from my house, he was totally different from what I imagined. He was so much taller and muscular in person. He had a deep, masculine voice, and was very calm, collected, and confident. In his online photos, maybe he was always bending down or has really tall friends, because he looked much shorter. And in person, he didn't do any of the hee-hees or whiny tones that his messages suggested. I was honestly shocked. As we chatted over omelets and home fries at a nearby cafe, I couldn't help but get nervous at how handsome he was in real life. I was totally thrown off balance by this unexpected attractiveness. As we got to know each other better throughout the week, I learned that he was actually a top, even though he was giving off strong femme-bottom energy online. Sorry to stereotype, just being honest here. But he also wasn't someone to sleep around, since he had a low sex drive and would need to know someone well, or be very drunk before sleeping with them. Kang also wasn't a spoiled heir of a wealthy family. He actually started his own mobile auto repair company, worked several jobs previously, and profited on crypto speculation. He earned and spent his own money, and even told me a story of how he told off a kid at a club who was using his dad's credit card to buy girls drinks. Overall, I respected him for his hard work and was flattered that he came all the way just to see me, but I already set clear expectations before his visit, and I was not looking to seriously date him, and I was still pretty certain of that. Not to stereotype even more, but he was an ENFJ, and he fit that profile almost to a T. One of my theories is that ENFJs tend to see people as filling replaceable roles. They see a significant other as just that, a person who is their significant other, as opposed to a unique person with unique characteristics. Kang was no different. It was clear that he had this kind of thinking too. He categorized his friends by the hobbies and the circles he knew them from. And in our conversations, he didn't ask many questions to get to know me for who I really am. Like, what did he even like about me? Why did he come visit me? All he said was that he had a good feeling and that he enjoyed talking with me. And, well, I'm not for that. I like a curious mind, someone who digs deeper. I like someone who likes me for the way I think, for my unique quirks and idiosyncrasies. And I don't think Kane bothered to learn those things about me. I was just a friendly Instagram boy that he somehow found worthy of his time. But I'm not as simple as that, and I want others to appreciate me for my complexities. He's in Canada now, studying psychology, and we're still chatting on Instagram. But before we make plans to spend another entire week together, I think we'll have to define our relationship a bit more. Yes, that talk. But what about you? Have you ever had someone like Kang go to extremes before even meeting you? Or were you the one doing it? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your stories. And lastly, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like, and don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified for future videos. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.